If you guys do go on to enjoy today's video, please drop a like in the video, subscribe to the channel with your bell notifications turned on. Now let's get into the video. Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to my channel. So today, I definitely haven't recorded this video once and didn't realize my mic was muted. Anyway, so this is, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you guys, this is more of a, like, I don't really know how to describe this. So it's going to be like a weekly thing potentially if you guys want me to. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to show you guys the team that I'm rocking with in Limited, and personally why I think it's currently the best team you can get at the moment, because just of how good it is. Now, in Limited, I actually really like the game mode, not going to lie. So the way 2K21 is now, Limited and Unlimited are really playable. Like, you don't make every shot, but you make consistent shots. Now, TTO is broken as all hell, but you just cannot make jump shots in that mode. But in actually Limited and Unlimited, obviously Limited now, they're all restricted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys some tips on some players to pick, and I'm going to show you guys the team that I use in the week. I've used this team on stream about a couple hours ago, and it is absolutely phenomenal. So let's just get into the team. So based on the actual conditions of the players, they all have to be in the 2020 playoffs franchise. So they just have to be in the playoffs for the 2020 season. You may use one Ruby or higher player card. Now you can cheese this, and I'm going to show you guys how. All other players must be Sapphire or lower and no free agent cards, but you can cheese that one Ruby or higher card. So if I just go show you my team. So this is the team that I'm actually rocking. So how this team works, I'm just going to apply some contracts just so you guys can actually see it a little bit better. So how this team works is, I'm gonna just, there we go. So how this team works, right, is your standard Ruby plus is Giannis, and if you run Middleton, his Dynamic Duo increases him to a Ruby card, and you can still use him as a Sapphire, and his Ruby card is amazing. It's got plus 90 shooting everywhere. Yes, shooting is a little bit iffy this year at the moment just because the cards are so bad, but this Middleton card is still really good at driving as well, whether it's a dunk or a layup. And he's a very decent defender as well, with an 82 perimeter defense upped by that Dynamic Duo. And look at that speed as well. It's not increased by a lot, but it's definitely increased, and it's just a lot of improvements for him. In terms of the improvements for Giannis, they're not tremendously great, but they're noticeable. 90 driving layup, 80 free throw, so that's quite key. 90 driving dunk, increasing his driving dunk, which is always nice. And a feudal arrow quickness and defensive consistency. So there's a total of 3 dynamic duos in this team, and all of them work really well together. So what we're going to do, we're going to go through this one. So Donovan Mitchell is normally a Sapphire card. So with his Rudy Gobert dynamic duo, it turns him into a Ruby, and the stat increase are quite insane once you see them. So he has an 84 driving layup, an 88 draw foul, an 85 three-pointer with an 86 free throw coupled with an 88 draw foul. And if we keep scrolling down, does he have any more stats? No. So they are the main ones increased. His draw foul and his three-pointer get increased. Now with the big boy increase is so I'll just show you guys. So if I just get rid of Donovan Mitchell for now. If I just show you Rudy as main stats, 62 free throw, yeah, 75 driving dunk, and just, yeah. So if I just put him back in, it's quite something. Don't get me wrong. So yeah, the 62 free throw. Now it's a 75 draw foul and an 80 free throw. And look at that dunks! Just such an increase in dunks, an increase in defense and in his block. His defensive rebounding goes up as well. Just in terms of like dynamic duos. This one is my favorite of the team because it made Mitchell just such an incredible card. Like, look at this. Like, I don't know why stat tracking didn't work for the rest of the games. Maybe because I left. I don't know. I had to quickly go do something and I had to leave. So look at this. 10 field goals made of 16, and he even made 3-pointers. Can you believe it? He made 3-pointers. And his release is absolutely fire. Like, it's such a smooth release. So that's the starting 5. Now, what I did have is I did have Ben Simmons and Kristaps in the 3 and the 4 instead. But I kept coming up against people didn't really like to run 2 bigs. So I just swapped out Giannis because Giannis has more In a perfect world, you want to run Simmons and Giannis on the court together, but at the moment, you can't really do that in this case, unless you want to run Giannis at center, which I don't really know why you'd want to do that, but that is the option. Now, Damian Lillard, this card is absolutely insane for a free card. It's not the greatest in terms of stats, but his release is really, really nice. He has an 85 driving dunk and a 77 three-pointer, so he can slash, he can shoot. He has a great layup. His defensive work isn't the greatest. That's why we have Maurice Cheeks. If you need more defense, Maurice Cheeks has a solid 97 perimeter defense. So that kind of makes up for the, if you need some defensive work, you can chuck in Cheeks. And Maurice Cheeks also has clamps as gold. So it's, yeah, he's quite a decent card for how cheap the card is. Now, on to the final dynamic duo. We have Jimmy Butler, who is once again a Sapphire card, and gets upgraded to a Ruby card. His mid-range goes up to a 73. Now, I'll be honest, I don't use Jimmy a lot for his offensive work. I mainly bring him on just for that defending that gets upgraded with the Dynamic Duo to a 90. Now, I don't like shooting with Jimmy. Like, the one thing I will say about this team, if you want to swap them out, I would swap out maybe Jimmy and Bam for someone else. I do like them myself just because of their defensive work. But there's not a lot of shooting off this bench, I'm not gonna lie. But at the moment, with how 2K21 is a bit iffy at the moment with shooting, it's, in terms of like defensive work, you have really good inside defending and really good perimeter defending, as well as one of the best slashers in the game in Ben Simmons. So you do kind of have a lot on there. So incredible defending by Jimmy and Bam. Kristaps can knock down a shot. His three-pointer isn't as consistent as I would like, but his mid-range is absolutely fire. And Kristaps just creates such a headache for people just because of how tall and how agile he is. Like, that speed is a lie. He runs a lot faster than that. So if we're just looking at Bam as well, what increases for him? He gets a 90 shot close, so a bit better for his shooting. His defense goes up again. And if we're going down, his defensive consistency and pass perception goes up as well. So that's really why I had Jimmy and Bam. You can choose to choose two different people if you want. I have these two just because I need... Just defending is like... It's not a big thing in this game at the moment because no one really can shoot. But Bam inside the perimeter, it's actually really nice. Just because he's quick, he's agile, he can block shots. Like, I played it for 2 minutes, he already had 3 blocks. So, yeah, it's kind of nice. The one thing I like as well with having Rudy starting is a lot of people at the moment have Shaq. And Rudy is a great defender for Shaq. And then once Bam comes out, normally people don't run Shaq off the bench, but if they do, you can maybe swap them out, like swap Donovan for Jimmy, and then Bam for Rudy. If you wanted to do that, if you're more comfortable defending Shaq with a more taller point guard, I can totally see that. But even with just the upgrade in the defending, these two are amazing. Just so if you wanna, you can maybe if you want to. Bring Donovan and Rudy off the bench, just so you have more scoring on the bench. Because Middleton and Giannis, they're really good at scoring, and Maurice Cheeks isn't the greatest at scoring, but you mainly want him for his defending, I'll be honest. With a little bit of a slash here or there in his driving layup. Not really much of a dunker, I'll be honest. But you still, obviously, guys, have to wrap your mind around. You are using Sapphire cards, so their shooting stats aren't going to be the greatest. But, at the moment, these cards work really well for me. Like, they're a lot of fun to use. Like, this game at the moment was frustrating for me at the start, but now it's fun to play. Even when I brick shots, I'm still having fun playing the game. Like, even if it's a wide open brick, I'm still having fun playing the game. Like, using this Donovan Mitchell card, like, he has an amazing three-pointer. His driving dunk is insane. Like, some of his animations that he can whip out are amazing. And just overall, I just really love this team for the limited series. And that's why I'm considering doing this a weekly thing, because I like telling you guys about different players that I'm using. And even, like, with the shots, like, Mitchell's got quite a few hot zones. Middleton has them everywhere. And that's pretty... And little of that sound, Jimmy is unfortunately cold from everywhere. But again, I don't think you're going to be shooting much with Jimmy. He's mainly there for his defending. That's what I have him for. If you want to swap out Jimmy and Bam, you easily can. But I just like Jimmy just for his defensive work as well as Bam. But yeah, guys, that's it for this little video. If you guys want me to do this weekly, just let me know. I will more than happy do these weekly because they're a lot of fun to do. Let me know, guys, in the comments what teams you are running in the limited set, because I'm well intrigued to hear what you guys are doing as well. Yeah, guys, if you guys have found this video helpful, if you could drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're brand new around here. Take care, love you all, peace.